Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see we have a few visitors coming in to the room. Hi, Rush. I see you there. So we'll just give everybody a few moments to come in. I think that's you, Tony. Hi. Welcome, everyone, to the Bloom Mind Body Meditation Series. As many of you know, I am running this series in benefit of an organization called The Color of Change. They are a racial and social justice advocacy organization, sparking important conversations to be had right now. This is a trying time for our world and for our nation, and so the way that I want to give back and to support my community, my larger community, and the community of those that I know through my work is to provide a safe place to explore some of the complex topics and themes that we're all experiencing, and that safe place can be within you. So if you can take these practices that we've been learning in our series and integrate them into your life, you can teach them to others. I believe that we can create a foundation through which a fuller, more peaceful, more accepting world can then be formed. So today, our theme is emotional regulation. Mindfulness, meditation, mind, body awareness, whatever you call it, becoming aware of your conscious experience, not just your thoughts, but the emotional reality of being at home and present in your body is something that we aren't taught in school, and not all of us have great models for at home. And so I think it's really important to begin to give people a safe space to explore this within themselves. So that's what we're going to do today. So if everybody just wants to take a moment as we get started to kind of get comfy, I'm just going to get myself into place here. So reminders, any devices that you're not using to stream this meditation, if you want to go ahead and turn those off or put them in airplane mode. Anyone else that you'd like to invite into the room, if you're in your office or at your home office, anyone that wants to join you, just bring them all in, close the door, kind of get everybody comfortable. It's important that when you do this, you sit with a fully erect spine. This helps all of the energy centers in your body, your organs, your cerebrospinal fluid to have proper energy flow, lymphatic flow. And this will really help to calm your central nervous system and bring you out of a fight or flight state and into the healing state where we can do a lot of really great work together. Okay, so let's just, everybody take a moment, take a breath. Maybe breathe in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. We breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And you should hear an audible breath sound out as you breathe outward, because this is a way of triggering a relaxation response in the body. So we're just going to start by getting ourselves grounded. There's just a little bit of prep work here. As we bring ourselves into a state of receptivity, we have to set the table, so to speak. So building on what we've learned in our previous weeks, first we started just becoming aware of our bodies and space, and then we moved into an awareness of our breath. And then once we had an awareness of our breath and our physical experience, we were all of a sudden able to make changes to our physiological state. And so that's going to be the big theme today, is acceptance and awareness being precursors to positive change. So let's just get started. So everyone finding that comfortable seat. So I'm sitting cross-legged and I have my palms on my thighs. And just close your eyes. Closing our eyes helps us to go inward. It helps us to tune out external distractions and to be aware of our internal state. So you're not trying to change anything yet. You're not trying to change your breathing. You're just becoming aware of it. Just becoming aware of how your body feels. Maybe you can feel the weight of your thighs on the floor around you or underneath of you. You can feel maybe if you're sitting in a chair, the seat of the chair behind you. Feeling that contact point. Feeling that sense of being held. Feel maybe the backs of your thighs or your feet as they meet the floor. If you're lying down, maybe you feel your back and your shoulders just against whatever you're lying on. Feel that sense of being heavily weighted and supported. Just tune out any distractions, any noises that do not serve your experience right now. And if distractions arise, that's okay. That's all part of the experience, is acceptance of what is. And now that you feel that sense of weightedness, let's bring our attention to our breath. So again, here, we're not going to try to change our breath. We're just going to become aware of it. So most people, they'll notice that they breathe very shallowly from their chest or their throat. So just keeping your eyes closed, become aware of where your breath originates from. Does it mostly feel centered in your chest? And if so, just be aware of that. Feel how that feels in your body. Maybe as you inhale, you feel your shoulders rise. And as you exhale, you feel them fall or roll forward. And if you want, maybe even take a hand and place it on your lower belly, kind of right where your belly button is. And if you're breathing properly or deeply, you should feel your belly move as you inhale, and as you exhale, you should feel your belly button kind of come in towards your spine. And now we're going to just make a little alteration to the breath. We're going to inhale through our nose and just try to inhale a little bit more deeply than what you have been doing already. There's no counting, just deepen your inhalation, that's all. So just imagine your lungs like big pink balloons just filling with air. And then when you reach a point where it just feels like it's comfortable to stop, just hold that breath and then let it out. So let's try that again. So breathing in more deeply than you were before through your lungs and holding, and then letting it out through your mouth, feeling that lower belly pull in towards your spine. Feel how good it feels to have fresh oxygen. Just take a moment to savor and enjoy this feeling. Really slowing down here. This might seem like we haven't really gotten started, but this is the work. This is the work. So ready, breathing in through your nose and holding, and then don't be afraid to sound weird, breathing out. It's important. Okay. So now we're just going to do a round of box breathing. So if you've been with us for previous classes, you'll already know what's coming. But if you haven't and you're new joining us today, box breath is super simple. Imagine the four sides of a box. This breath is a 4x4 breath. So we're going to breathe in through our nose for a count of 4. Hold at the top, just like we've been doing. And then exhale through our mouth for a count of 4. Kind of holding at the bottom. And then letting that breath come naturally back in for a count of 4, holding. Exhaling again, holding at the bottom. Then inhaling again, holding. And then exhaling. And then one more time. So we'll do that basically for a round of 4. And then you can do that 4 times in a row. So that's why it's a 4x4 box breath. So I will lead you through. I will count you through. So let's do one round all together. So ready, just getting comfortable again, closing your eyes if you've opened them, breathing in through your nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Now just drop the counting for a moment and just become curious. What is my state like now? Am I calmer? Is there an itch I want to scratch or a movement I want to take? Could my breath go deeper? Just be aware of if you feel any differently than when you did before we did that round of 4 breaths. This is awareness. Most of us are completely detached from our bodies. We walk around, I like to say, it's like we're decapitated. Our heads are not connected to our physical felt experience. And we miss out on a lot of good stuff. So let's just do another round. And you can do this at your own pace. So I won't count off for you. So I'll just get us started. So we'll breathe in through our nose, and we're just going to do 4 just like we did. So in through your nose for that count of 4, and holding at the top, and then exhaling through your mouth, and then holding at the bottom. So just do another round of 4 of those on your own. And then when you're ready, when you've finished, just come back to your natural breathing. I think the next thing that we'll do together is to practice recognition, to practice coming home to our bodies, what Tara Brach, who's an incredible meditation teacher, calls responding over reacting. And so first what we'll do, now that our nervous systems are calmed down, maybe the thoughts of work in the day can be put aside, when we're ready, we'll all meet together. Now I'll just invite everyone again to close your eyes if you've opened them and just go back inside. You don't have to count your breathing, but don't totally lose connection from it. Just be aware that you're breathing. And I want you to just think for a moment about something maybe that's been uncomfortable for you recently. This can be something you were angry about or frustrated. It can be a sense of sadness, sorrow, disappointment. Just try to think of a time in your recent experience when you've dealt with some uncomfortable feelings. Just maybe kind of take a moment to conjure that up inside. Feel that in your body. Maybe notice if there's a certain place that feeling lives for you. Maybe as you breathe in, you notice there's a tightness in your chest. A lot of times we tend to store tension up here or in our shoulders or neck. You may feel a clenching in your jaw, twinge in your hips. And just keep breathing through that. Remember that you are safe here. But when memories and experiences arise for us, they can put us seemingly right back in that moment where we were struggling with that feeling, that tension. So just breathing in deeply, breathing into that feeling of discomfort, whatever it is. Become curious about that feeling. What does it have to show you? What does it want you to know? So we're going to follow the feeling with our breath. So breathing in through your nose deeply for a count of 4. So breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale out through our mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And then breathing in, imagine your breath going into your chest, into your throat, wherever in your body you have the felt sense of that emotion. Imagine the breath coming into that part of you. Breathe into that discomfort, just like if you were stretching a muscle. You would breathe into it. So breathing in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhaling out through the mouth, just let it all go. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And just sit for a moment. Be open to whatever sensations arise. Some people get emotional during this. It's very natural. We spend so much of our time trying to not be aware of our feelings that when we do bring attention to them, sometimes they can be overwhelming. So the first step is to recognize what we are feeling, and that's what we've just done. And now the second step of breathing into that space is accepting that feeling. We're not trying to change it yet. We're not trying to act. Do not respond to the discomfort that you feel by trying to fight what you feel, by trying to flee from it, push it down, or withdraw from your felt experience of it. Just be in awareness. So breathing in again. Breathe in. As you breathe in, imagine yourself holding this feeling, holding like with your arms around it or in your hands. Maybe you just hold it in your mind's eye. Imagine yourself holding the energy of this feeling. Breathing in deeply through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. You don't have to worry about counting, just breathing in deeply and breathing out deeply. There's a law of thermodynamics which says that, and many of you may know this, energy is not created or destroyed, it just changes form. And emotions are energy. So we can take a feeling like frustration or discomfort, anger, and we can transform it into something else. It will still have the same amount of energy, like water that we pour into an ice cube tray and freeze. It's still the same volume of water, it's just a different shape. Two people coming together to create new life. This is energy changing form, becoming matter. The space between feeling and action is where your power lies. And that is the space we're exploring right here. So awareness of the feeling, and then this is the acceptance piece. We have to become open to what our feelings want to teach us. So sitting with how you feel, ask your body what it is that it wants to communicate to you. The answer doesn't have to come in words, right? It can just be, I don't like this. It can be, I want this to stop. It can be, I don't know what to do with this. It can be, this hurts. This hurts. Whatever it is, just remembering your breath, breathing deeply in through your nose, holding, and then out through your mouth. Imagine yourself as you breathe into this feeling. Imagine yourself beginning to transform this feeling. Anger can become action. Sorrow can become empathy. Frustration can become surrender. A full acceptance of our experience is necessary to change it. From this point, we can choose our action from a place of awareness. And now we can act as a creator rather than a reactor. We can accept this gift of self-love that comes from this pause. So going inward, holding yourself in the moment with that feeling. Feel as you breathe in, peace coming through your body. Feel a sense of peace just descending. This is bringing that oxygen in, calms the central nervous system, and begins to trigger a biochemical reaction that tells the body to relax, that it doesn't have to be in a state of threat. Now take a big deep breath in through your nose, and we're going to hold this one a little bit longer. So breathing in deep as you can, and then take another little sip of air right at the top, just when you think there's no more room. So, and hold that breath, and let it all go. We're going to do this 3 more times. Ready? Take another deep breath in. Another sip of air right at the top when you think you don't have any more room. Holding that feeling in your mind's eye. Hold, and then let it all go. Another time. Ready? Inhale deeply through your nose. Feel that air filling your lungs, pushing your rib cage, expanding your body's ribs apart, and hold at the top, and then let it go. And one more time, breathing in deeply again. Any residual feeling that you may have, any concentration you can bring to that sense of discomfort, just hold. That deep sip of air, and then let it all go. Just let it all go. Now again, check in with yourself. Breath is the movement of energy, and if emotions are energy, we can move our emotions through our body with our breath. Take a moment to check in with yourself, maybe in that same area of the body where we began. Maybe it's in your heart center or deep in your gut, neck, or jaw. Just check in and see if that area feels any different. See if there's any lightness there, where perhaps there was heaviness, or release where there was tension. Just being aware. Being aware of what your body needs. Maybe if you need to take a little movement, that's all right. Shift yourself around. Move some energy through. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do one more round of box breath. So ready, we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, and I'll count you off this time. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And then exhaling through your mouth, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And then just let the counting go. A full acceptance of our experience is necessary to change it. The only way out is in. It's inward and then through. This is incredibly important messaging for our world today because there is so much discord. And I think how different the world could be if we could take a moment to check in with our feelings so that we could respond rather than react. Perhaps more people who are not with us would be here today. And just breathing in deeply, we're going to do another one of those big, huge breaths. So just breathe in very deep. Imagine filling those lungs. Just when you get to the top and you think there's no more room, take another sip. Hold. And then out through your mouth, let it go. Accept the gift that you have given yourself. Know that it's okay if those same uncomfortable feelings about the same issue or other issues arise. That's fine. Take a moment to step back and use this practice. You can use your box breath anywhere. You can do it in your car, you can do it at your desk, you can do it in bed. And then also take the gift of these deep in breaths and these deep exhalations, because they, again, are what's going to move the emotional energy out of places of stagnation in your body by bringing it to your conscious mind and then allowing you to then transform and shift, move that energy through you. If you've felt anger, when you can get to the root of what's underneath of that anger, you'll find inspiration to take action. If you felt sorrow or deep pain or sadness about what's happening in the world, use that and transform that into empathy to help in any way that you feel that you can. If you feel frustrated, like you're stuck, surrender to that sense of frustration, to that feeling of stuckness. Know that it won't last forever, and know that tension often comes from wanting situations to be different than as they are. And just like with the uncomfortable emotions, if we can go into them, if we can accept them, then paradoxically, we're in a position to be able to shift and change our emotional state as you've just done. I will leave you with one of my favorite pieces of writing. It's part of a poem by Rumi, who was a 15th century Persian poet and mystic. So just close your eyes and really let this sink in. out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. Don't worry about making wrong or right choices today. Emotions hold our truth. Follow that. Feel and know. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you can join us next week at 2 p.m. Eastern for our last and final meditation. It will be an integration of everything we've learned and more creative steps about how you can be of supportive action to the world around you and continue to grow in your own mind-body awareness practice. So bring a friend, share this link that you have. All of the meditations that we do will be hosted in the Bloom Room page where you are right now on my website, and other meditations like it. So please bring more people to join us, because I think that this is a really, really important practice for the world. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.